good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
Race number 5 on the day, which is set to be run over 1,400 meters, 14:45 the time you need to get those jackpot 2 bets on by. And this is an MR82 handicap. We've got a rerun for you, that of horse number 9, Ralph the Rascal, when finishing 3rd on the 15th of February. And we've got an interview with Nicolette Roscoe.
Waves looking for a way through Night Warrior, Desolate Road. Patronage is now starting to warm up. Got to get to Maximus at the 200. Maximus by a length and a half. Eddie the Mover. Patronage, Winter Waves. However, Maximus is still clear out here. The whole pack's charging for second, third and fourth, but it's Maximus. Night Warrior second.
No, he settled in very well. His last run he actually ran in the wet down in the Cape, and Keegan said he battled a little bit. He got a little bit stuck in the mud a little bit, so he didn't quite finish his work. So since he's travelled up here, he's been thriving quite well. We're very happy with his work. I think he's come on a hell of a lot since he's been here, and I think he'll be very competitive.
Yeah, some important comments there with regards to Rosh Kadesh, who is quite a highly regarded sort from the Dean Canamere yard, and he won his penultimate start. We saw Prometheus get the job done as well, and then last time out, possibly just best to ignore the run. But before we go to horse number 3, Rosh Kadesh, we saw the rerun of horse number 9, Ralph the Rascal there, and he was doing his best work late on in the day, and I thought it was quite a pleasing run, given where he came from behind Maximus. Now, on that day, the horses from the front, they were just staying there and they were winning. And Maximus was one of those. He went to the front and that's where he stayed. This horse, Ralph the Rascal, had the widest of draws to contend with. Sereno switched him off at the back end of the field and he ran on quite powerfully. With 1.5 kgs off the back, I think he's extremely well weighted in the race. He runs well on the turf. He's a super consistent sort. And 16-1, I think it represents tremendous value about this horse. I know he is an old boy. He could obviously be vulnerable to the lightly raced 3-0s in the lineup and horse number 6, Tizona, as well. But I just feel 16-1 is a generous price about a horse that is so consistent and never runs a bad race.
We're teaming up for the pick 6, so we are a tag team for the show. But good luck with number 9, Ralph the Rascal. Good luck, because I've gone for him many times, and I think he needs to find a race where he is comfortable at the weights, and it must be the right type of field. Against this field, yes, he's one of the better, rated horses in the race there for the 61, and he's managed to get into the field. He could have been eliminated if there were more horses that were accepted. So they may have found the right type of field, but this is highly competitive. I mean, if he couldn't beat Maximus last time out, I can't see him beating this field.
I just think he's better over 1,400 than he is over a mile.
1,400 meters. I keep saying that, a horse that needs the pace. I keep saying that, he'll be switched off, he'll be running on. But he always seems to run on too. He needs a lot to go his way. He's done well for the Hollywood Syndicate. He's won 4 times. Yeah, he's a horse that you gamble with rather than take a calculated decision with. This horse, number 9, Ralph the Rascal. I don't like him on the day, but I'm going to include him in the pick 6 because, as I mentioned, we're a tag team. So we're going to include him.
In the camp of Rosh Kadesh?
I think 1,400 meters is going to be much better. That 1,600 meter run wasn't the worst, considering the company that he kept. And I don't think that he was himself on the day, because Future Turn for Justin Snate and Jam Jam for Glenn Cotson have both come out to win. So that form line's looking good. Cupid's Song, Tony Rivelden's runner, yet to win on the turf, but a horse that I think will run well from the draw. Patronage, we saw that win in that replay. A horse like Intrepid, Alison Wright's runner, last time out was, finishing well behind Charosel's. Black White Dynamite, 7 stars on the turf. Are you going to judge him only on his polyform, or can he bring that polyform onto the turf? Tizona, I looked up that form line of his last start. This horse is priced up at 7-2. I think there are 14 runners in total, no winners. Yeah, and then Dondola, better over 1,200 meters. This is a complicated race. I wanted to play it as wide as possible here, But we're going to have to try and narrow it down. How many runners got?
You can't discount number 13, Diani, 4 from 4 with the distance.
I mean, to win 4 in a row, the ability is there. The draw is against him. The draw is against Wave Warrior. These horses that are drawn on the outside, what sort of tactics are going to adopt? We know that your horse, Ralph the Russell, he's just going to be left alone in the second half of the field, and hopefully he can find a finish. So we know how he's going to go. I tried to read the race and try to find a horse that I think will be consistent with his form, and the only runner that I come up with is Cupid Song.
Yeah, so how are we gonna go? Yeah, we're gonna go the field.
7 runners. I think we allowed 7 runners. I'm writing here allowed 7 runners because of the rule. So I'm gonna take 3. You're gonna take 4. I'll give you 4. I'm gonna go numbers 1, 3, and 8. 1, 3, and 8 for D's.
Sure. Okay, so you've included 8. Let's go 9, Ralph the Rascal. 13, Diani. Let's include number 11, Eddie the Mover. He's dropping in the ratings, and he does get the 1.5 off the back. And let's throw in Patronage. Just throw in Patronage, so given his form over distance.
1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 11, and 13. And I think that's a wrap of race number 5.
The betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.